Hi, I'm Maddie Guerreri, and this is my video response prompt 2. The two characters that I felt I'm most aligned with was, I don't want to mess up their names, but Ivan or Ivan from the first one and Perepuin from the second one. I chose these two people because when they first got into the platform, they were kind of quiet, more reserved, kind of observing how everything runs, the person that they're with. And I tend to do that when I first meet people. I kind of sit back, observe, and then I kind of get myself involved. And then as both of their characters kind of developed, they both seem very pure-hearted and have good intentions. They don't really want to be in the wrong, but they're also willing to stand up for what's right. So like in the first film, when Ivan or Ivan, I'm sorry, is becoming friends with his cellmate and kind of respecting him as a person because he's been there for a longer time and is older than him and just kind of respects him. I feel like it starts with that, and then even when he turns bad and wants to eat him, he obviously is freaked out, but he doesn't, not that he really has the time, but he is very, I'm not gonna do that to someone else because that's not morally correct for me. And Parapuin in the second one, she observes, is more reserved, is following the rules, is listening to what the people above her are saying. And then when something happens to her cellmate and then she sees that what's happening is not okay and she's willing to put herself on the line and stand up for what's right for the people besides herself. And I think that's really important, and I align with knowing who you are as a person and who you are morally, and but also standing up for what's right with the people around you and how it's going to impact the other people. At the end of the first one, I also really appreciated how um, Ivan, Ivan, however you say it, takes the kid and he says he's the message and wants to protect. And same in the second movie, she wants to protect this kid because it's not fair to the kid. And so she's being very selfless. Both of them are being very selfless and putting themselves under a kid, the message. And I think that I kind of align with that. I like putting people first. And I think that both of them are very important in the films because they create such a plot that kind of makes you want to cheer for them as people. And I think that comparing the two, while they still had some differences, they have the same base and they still are willing to fight even when they're tired and they're beat down. Even when in the second movie, when the president came down and said, we're just gonna make you super tired and that's when we're gonna attack, even when they told her that, she was willing to still strongly fight for the people around her, even when she wanted to give up, even when her friend died, even when they chopped off her arm. She still was very engaged in finding what's good for the people because she also wanted to fight for her cellmate that earlier died because of the rules that weren't morally correct and were only benefiting certain people and not the others. And it was kind of like this, if you're on the top, you're on the top, and if you're on the bottom, you're on the bottom, which goes with both movies. Even though they have such different attacks on the platform, they still kind of end up hurting the people that don't deserve it. And the platform should be somewhere that people come to like feel better and heal themselves, and that is obviously not what's happening. So I think that I align with both of those characters in the sense of I kind of am reserved and I am laid back until I see something and I'm willing to fight for the people around me and willing to stand up for what's correct.